This is KVUE News Midday.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brian Mays. Thank you for watching Austin's news leader this midday. A live look outside as we begin what's going to be a very hot day this Friday. Temperatures reaching the triple digits today. Anytime the heat index is above 105, take caution. Your body more susceptible to heat exhaustion. So remember, if you have to be outside today, drink plenty of water, wear cool clothing, and if possible, take breaks in the shade. If you don't have to be outside, hey, you can watch Moana on Netflix. That's up there now. It's nice and cool in that air conditioning, right, Erica? You want to go watch a movie?
Yeah, Brian is excited for movie time, and especially Moana. Let's take a look at what's currently going on just outside of the KVUE studios. Clear blue skies out there, but on the previous cam, it did look kind of hazy. It's all the humidity that's out in the atmosphere. Dew points in the 70s. We've been fluctuating from mid to lower 70s all morning long, and temperatures right now in the 80s. It's quickly heating up, and that's because we're in a heat advisory from Dallas to South Texas into West Texas and even portions of Arizona. This heat advisory is in effect from 1 p.m. until 8 p.m. So what does that mean? Well, our forecasted temperatures are well in the triple digits across the viewing area. Officially here in Austin, we're calling it about 101 degrees from the KVUE Storm Center forecast. Some models, such as this one, is saying 104. If we do, in fact, get to 104, that breaks the record. So it's something we're keeping a close eye on because the record today is 103. But there's some light at the end of the tunnel, or some rain at the end of the tunnel this weekend here, and cooler temperatures also will be in the lower 90s. Brian, something to look forward to. I know it may affect some outdoor plans, but I think we'll enjoy the cooler temperatures this weekend rather than getting through today's heat.
Be nice for a bit of a cool down. Erica, thanks. We'll see you again in a few minutes. One person has died after a crash along Highway 79 in Williamson County happening this morning. Williamson County Sheriff's Department saying 3 vehicles and 1 motorcycle were involved in the crash. We're going to have updates as soon as we learn more here on Midday. An Amber Alert's been issued for a 15-year-old girl out of West Texas. Police say Stormy Clemmer, there on the left, is missing. She might be with the man on the right, 20-year-old Andrew Akers. He was last seen driving a black Ford Ranger pickup. We don't have the license plate number at this time. Akers was last heard from in the town of Alpine. The health care showdown heating up on Capitol Hill. Republicans against the new Senate GOP health care bill, aiming to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, demanding negotiations to make fixes. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the very latest from Washington.
Today, let the negotiations begin. Strong opposition to the Senate GOP plan to replace Obamacare. The Republican bill facing critics from within.
I just didn't run on Obamacare Light. I didn't run on replacing it with more government programs.
Republicans can't lose 2 votes from their caucus. Already, 4 conservatives are hard no. Some believe the bill doesn't do enough. Others worry it repeals too much.
Obviously, it's a process where it deserves consideration and debate and not knee-jerk reaction.
The bill ends the Affordable Care Act requirement that everyone must have health insurance, offers tax credits to help Americans buy coverage, but scraps subsidies to lower costs, rolls back the Obamacare expansion of Medicaid, but leaves in place protections for people with pre-existing conditions.
Save our liberty!
The bill sparking protests on Capitol Hill and at the D.C. airport. Demonstrators giving senators something to think about as they review the bill at home this weekend.
There are 52 of us. All of us have leverage. This is an opening offer, not the final deal, so time will tell.
President Trump confident on Fox News this morning.
It's a very complicated situation from the standpoint you do something that's good for one group but bad for another. It's a very, very narrow path, but I think we're going to get there.
Despite negotiations and that looming analysis from the Congressional Budget Office, Senate GOP leaders are still trying to get this bill passed before the July 4th recess. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the mystery is over. Turns out there are no Comey tapes. President Donald Trump said so himself through tweets yesterday. Last month, you may remember, he tweeted that former FBI Director James Comey better hope there were no tapes of their meetings in the White House. Now, the president has confirmed there are no tapes, saying he does not have any such recordings. Congress has been demanding to know if they exist and if so, they wanted to listen to those tapes. But there are no tapes. Today, President Trump will sign a new law aimed at protecting our country's veterans. The VA Accountability Act will make it easier for the organization to fire employees for misconduct. It also offers better protection for whistleblowers who point out problems within the agency. Many people consider the Domain as North Austin's version of downtown Austin, as this area has seen rapid growth over the past few years, including an announcement today that could bring even more new jobs to this area of town. KVUE's Jay Wallace joins us now live at the Domain to explain what this new facility is going to be. Hey, Jay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here where the company Homeway is currently based out of right off of Mopac in the Domain. And as you can see behind me, it's a decently sized building, 5 stories. A lot of the businesses have buildings about this size here at the Domain. And today, Homeway announced the signing of a lease of a 16-story office tower that could certainly become a noticeable landmark for Austin. And the size of this facility matters because it is possibly going to bring a lot of job growth with it. Homeway, which is an Austin-based company in the vacation home rental business, expects the proposed 315,000 square foot facility could bring with it 2,000 additional jobs. And the company expects that growth to coincide with the vacation rental sector, which is one of the country's fastest growing businesses. And Homeway's president sees this growth as something that fits in Austin and fits the new vacation needs people are looking for.
They want that vacation rental feel, even in the city. And so as we're starting to look at a global trend, what do people want? Well, they want more space. They want that kitchen. They want that living room. They want 2,000 square feet. That sure as hell beats a hotel room of just 200 square feet. The prices are...
Homeway's president also talked about his company's desire to be on the forefront of technological advancements in connecting with users, and that Austin's tech-savvy nature should help open up plenty of jobs that people will be looking for. In this new office that is planning to be built, it is supposed to be built at the intersection of Domain Drive and Altera Parkway, and that building should come to fruition by 2019. Live in Austin, Jay Wallace, KVUE News.
Exciting times, Jay. Thank you. The Shoal Creek Trail could be tripling in size very soon. Right now, the trail runs a little more than 3 miles from Lady Bird Lake to 38th Street. Now, the Shoal Creek Conservancy Group is pushing for it to run all the way to the Domain. The goal would be to keep it by the creek whenever possible and move it to streets when private property gets in the way. The City Council will start looking at these proposed plans in February of next year. California's Attorney General banning travel to Texas for state-funded trips. The ban in response to recent laws he believes goes against LGBT rights. State law does allow for certain exceptions, but travel to Texas conferences can be blocked. California has also banned travel to Alabama, South Dakota, and the state of Kentucky. Good news for the 3.2 million Texans planning to travel for the 4th of July holiday. Gas prices have dropped about 5 cents a gallon this week. Right now, the nationwide average is $2.28 a gallon for regular unleaded. Gas prices down to an average of $2.09 here in Texas. The Austin average, about the same, $2.09, down a nickel from this time last week when the average price was $2.14 a gallon.